hosts your informative and educative program, Zimbabwe, the Awakening Giant. And today, we bring you a very exciting topic that is set to keep you at the edges of your seats as we get highlights of a women's development program that took place in Gwanda, Matabeleland South Province, earlier on this year. The talk during this new political dispensation is that Zimbabwe is open for business, and this cannot be realized if some of Zimbabwe's citizens are left behind in empowerment programs that include, among others, financial as well as educative empowerment. Recently, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's subsidiary, Homelink Finance, in partnership with the Harare Institute of Technology, hosted a training workshop targeting women in a program that was in line with government's program of linking businesses with universities for the development of the nation. At a local hotel in Gwanda from the 19th to the 24th of March 2018 under the theme Entrepreneurship, Mindset for Sustainable Business. This training workshop comprised of about 100 women from the Gwanda community with diverse backgrounds. The aim of the financial literacy workshop was for every woman who attended to be able to come up with a bankable and sustainable business proposal so that they would be able to improve the livelihoods of their families and those of their communities. Our field crew was in Gwanda during this event, and we joined the Harare Institute of Technology's chairperson of the Technopreneurship Development Center, Ms. Masunda, as she explains what this developmental program, which is set to be taken across all the 10 provinces of Zimbabwe, is all about.
The Women Entrepreneurship Development Program is a week-long, short-term, intensive training program held in communities, and it is intended to offer prospective women leaders an opportunity to experience and learn about entrepreneurship. Through the program, the participants will be able to test the entrepreneurial spirit, learn the basic skill set necessary to start a new business as an entrepreneur. They will also be able to compete in the business competition, learning how to compare their business plans with others in the class, and have a chance to networking with participants from around the community for possible establishment and growth of national ventures in the future. The intention of the WEDT is to offer this training to as many women in as many communities around Zimbabwe as possible. And someone may be asking, why are we offering women? Women are likely to benefit from entrepreneurship, being the poorer and more discriminated against gender. Women entrepreneurs have also been designated as the new engines for growth and the rising stars of the economy to bring prosperity and welfare because of the unique role that they play in the household, and also because of the rise in female-headed households across the nation.
The Pro-Vice Chancellor of the Harare Institute of Technology, Dr. Chanakira, was at the opening ceremony, and this is what he had to say to the ladies.
I want to quote from the World Bank 2017. Women entrepreneurs face numerous challenges to financing, owning and growing a business, including limited access to capital and technology, a lack of networks and knowledge resources, and legal and policy obstacles to business ownership and development. That's a lot of problems, isn't it? That's why we are here. We are here with our partners to try and see if we can provide solutions to these problems. I want to thank the Deputy Reserve Bank Governor. Her passion for women entrepreneurship and the commitment to see things happen, to see women empowered is amazing. I think I'm meeting her for the third time. The other time we met in one of the seminars because of the same matter. And we're really in good hands. We've had long chats with Mr. Ali, and is equally committed to make sure that women are empowered, to make sure that you start businesses, to make sure that those businesses are financed, to make sure that you get to the correct networks, and to make sure that we lift our people out of poverty. I think that's the end game, isn't it? Yes. We must lift our people out of poverty.
The managing director of the facilitators of the workshop, Mr. Desmond Ali, called on the participants to change their attitude towards business by identifying all challenges facing business and also pushing for support from the financial sector.
We want to thank the people from Gwanda. This is a very important occasion for us, and it's the first one that we've held outside Harare. And we are not here to just get people trained, and then we come back next year and we train people, and we come back the next year and we train people. But we want to change the attitude, like what the Provost just has said. We want to encourage more businesses. We want people to be able to establish their own businesses and create employment. And that's what we need to do. We want to review, after this training, we need to review to say what impact have we made on the community, what has changed. If nothing has changed, it means that there's something that we need to change. We need to identify all the challenges that we may face. It will not be perfect, but the idea is we want them to be able to support your business ideas and change them into proper businesses, right? It's not easy to run a business, but I think one of the things that we believe the biggest challenge that we face is that we are not, business ideas are there, but the support from the financial service sector has not been that forthcoming. And I think we need to change that mindset. I also want to thank Reserve Bank for also supporting and funding these initiatives. All of you here, we've invited you for this training. We've not asked anyone to pay for this training. But the only way you can pay us back is by establishing businesses that are viable.
As the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe moves towards ensuring that all Zimbabweans have access to funding for their business projects, it has established empowerment as well as productive funds amounting to $381.5 million for various sectors of the economy. Dr. Chipika, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's Deputy Governor, was the guest of honor at the workshop, and these were remarks at the opening ceremony.
The theme of this workshop, Entrepreneurship Mindset for Sustainable Development, assures me that the workshop is set to change lives. All of us attending the workshop will certainly not go home the same. As you may be aware, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, in conjunction with key stakeholders, developed and issued the National Financial Inclusion Strategy in 2016, having realized the importance of financial inclusivity at both the household level and at the national level. Financial inclusion enables lower income and marginalized segments of our population, including micro, small and medium enterprises, women, youth, those living with disability, to participate in economic activities, which in turn leads to enhanced economic performance. We all agree that women are the foundation of families. They multiply assets for the benefit of their families and beyond, and they have a better loan repayment track record when compared with men. Studies have also shown that company boards with good women representation outperform male-dominated boards. Ownership of small, medium and large enterprises allows women to earn an independent income and contribute financially to their households and communities. This allows families to have access to decent standard of living. It has been shown that the income earned by women is used to support their families in terms of health, education, food, clothing, hence contributing to poverty eradication and economic development. It is therefore clear to me that the global and national ambition of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030 cannot be realized without enhancing women's participation and hence the need to create and capacitate women entrepreneurs for economic growth.
That was Dr. Chipika, Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, speaking at the Women's Entrepreneurship Development Program that was held in Gwanda recently and was attended by about 100 women from Matabeleland South Province. We take a short break. Please stay tuned in for more from that workshop. today's edition of your favorite program, we are highlighting events that took place at a Women's Entrepreneurship Development Program that was held a short while ago for women in business from the Matabeleland South Province. The Women's Entrepreneurship Development Program, also known as WEDP, is a national program that is set to change the way Zimbabwean women entrepreneurs do business, and Matabeleland South Province became only the second province to host this training workshop after Harare hosted the first one in September 2017. The Provincial Development Officer in the Ministry of Women and Youth Affairs, Mrs. Silunja, saluted the organizers of the program for taking it to their province and thus making them the first rural province to have this training and giving the women there a chance to become business persons of note in the country.
For making Mat South Province #1 for this function, because we talk of rural provinces. Fine, we are second. We're #2 in the country, but we're #1 as we talk of rural provinces. So it means that, ladies, we have been honored.
The chairperson of the Technopreneurship Development Center, Ms. Masunda, weighed in with her comments calling on women entrepreneurs to venture into such business sectors as mining, engineering and livestock agriculture.
Subsistence production or just survival entrepreneurship is no longer an option in our nation, especially with the vast natural resources that are available at our disposal. There is the mining sector, engineering, livestock, agriculture, just to mention a few. These have the potential to transform the fortunes of our nation if utilized properly. Women entrepreneurs should have a keen interest in establishing their ventures in such sectors, as they are pure wealth creators and also produce employment for the general populace. We are saying this training program will give participants the ability to transform their business ventures into high growth oriented businesses with a focus extended beyond the local markets and taking advantage of the global village that has been made possible by the advent of the internet and e-commerce. As women, policies may not be in our favor, finances may be too expensive, and the markets can be too stubborn to our dear offerings. But we are saying working hard, being ethical and having the right mindset will always deliver results for our lines of businesses. And our partner in this program initiative is very eager to avail the funds for supporting your business ventures or your bankable business plans. And your major key result area in this 1-week intensive training program will be to come up with the right idea and a bankable business plan. As long as you can persevere the turmoil of starting and running your own business, and once you prove that you can have what it takes, more partners will be knocking at your door, trying to join into your successful business venture.
Speaking during the closing session of the workshop, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of the Harare Institute of Technology, Dr. Chanakira, called on participants to run businesses that are sustainable.
This is only the beginning, not the end. We cannot all gather just for the training. That's not the end game. The end game is sustainable businesses. Businesses that run well after we are gone. Businesses that we carry to our grandchildren and our children. That is the idea. That is the objective. So many times our businesses die with us, isn't it? How many are running businesses that are from their fathers or by their mothers? See, that's a problem. We want businesses that are sustainable. I run businesses, my children run the same businesses, and my children's children run the same businesses. Please, can we use these funds to build the businesses? Not to get married or to marry people, not to buy vehicles. Can we use them for the business? They are not free funds. Can we repay them? Can we start businesses that are sustainable? I'm passionate about impact. I'm passionate about results. Until we're able to transform our communities, we cannot transform the country. until we get our people out of poverty, we have not done much. Ladies and gentlemen, can we be serious for once? Can we run businesses that are sustainable? Can we have impact? Can we change lives?
Speaking during the same closing session, Mr. Ali also called on the participants to move from the era of writing beautiful project proposals and start implementing the new techniques learnt at the workshop into real-life businesses.
Now, the real business begins. We are now moving away from writing very beautiful business plans and talking very nice talks. We need now to walk the talk. I'm very encouraged by the enthusiasm, and don't be afraid to fail, because you only learn from our failures. So try things. You fail, don't run away from the bank when you fail. Engage the bank manager to say, can I make a business plan? I mean, a payment plan. You see, when you borrow, even God will not be, God will be very angry if you just borrow and pay a tithe, because it's not your money. You see, it's not your money. Make the money out of that money. Then when you got that profit, that what is yours, you can pay a tithe of that. So we want to encourage you. Yes, we need spiritual intervention in all the things that we do. But when we do business, we need to repay whatever we owe. Even in Bible, people always repay whatever they owe. It's very, very important. But I want to wish everyone the best, and I think we've learned a lot. We want to come back here to support you. We want to come back again with another program.
We take another commercial break. When we return, we join the participants at the closing ceremony and get to hear some of their feelings upon completion of the week-long workshop. This is the third and final part of your informative as well as educative program, Zimbabwe, the Awakening Giant. And today, we are featuring giants from the Matabeleland South Province in the form of women who attended a week-long entrepreneurship development program which was running under the theme Entrepreneurship, Mindset for Sustainable Development. We join the group at the end of the session and get to hear some of the sentiments of the participants.
It has been a joy for me to be here. I learned so many things. I learned marketing. I learned how to use the profit. I learned and gave me the power to bootstrap. I'm going to bootstrap. I'm not going to be worried about renting anymore. I'm going to bootstrap for my house.
I'm so happy to be here. I was so privileged to learn so much in this place. Actually, I used to think that I'm a business lady. Yet I was doing the things wrongly.
I'm so excited. I used to think I'm great, I'm really in a business, but I've realized a lot, I've learned a lot. You happen to know that you didn't know that you know until you know that you didn't know. So now I know I didn't know. I'm going to apply. You know, I've been so inspired. We've been so motivated as women in Gwanda.
First day bengawuzwa ukuthi sivela ngaphi siyana. Second day ngangiyezwa ukuthi sivela ngaphi siyana. But ngena ngalesithathu. Ngabona lapha kuyiwale. Khathi na bensenzani olalo. Benlahlekile, benlahleka. Kodwa ngenxa yekhosi le engingenileyo. Ngithola ulwazi olumangalisayo. Olungiqeqeshise ingqondo zami zavuleka. Ngisuka lapha ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngiqala ngaphi, ngiya ngaphi, ngenzeni, ekugcineni ngifunani. Njalo njengomama ngilabantwana. Ngifuthi nxa ngilala phansi basabe bambile into le ngifundela ngoba ngisuka la endlini zaba isikolo esimangalisayo. Bantu bevele Gwanda high style phansi kanti isikolo lesi esifundile ngisifake engqondweni zabo lapho ukuze nxa nandlule emhlabeni ngibathiyele ilifa leli engithole la nazathi lilifa ngoba lokho nguthoyileyo ngifuna kuye phambili
I think all of us here, guys, we are happy for having 2 certificates at the same time. I know you're being confused, but the first certificate is the paper that you're having, and the second certificate is the mindset, the entrepreneur mindset that you're having right now. And all that we have khathesi sibonga uharmony, siyabonga kakhulu sis, kuyancomeka impela. And lami nginje bengakwazi lutho ngama pigs, but only one person akade segroupini yethu, she's the only one who knew ngama pigs, but yet sonke lapha sesikwazi ukuthi you can even come up with something ongayenza nawe ube yi-manager of your own business and be your own boss as a woman.
As a woman, a word of advice that I want to deliver to you guys is that let's make use of the Ministry of Women Affairs. I see they are there. That office is the office that might help us a lot here in Gwanda.
Mina ibizo lami ngukhethiwe Nkomo, ngihlala khonapha eGwanda. Ngomunye umama oattende i-workshop le premium newer e-finance. Ngokuba ku-workshop le ngifunde into ezithiyeneyo njengoba ngingumama we-business. So ngeke ngarana i-business yami.
I want to thank the Gwanda Women Entrepreneurship Development Training participants. Thank you very much, ladies. You were an inspiring group. We didn't get tired because we were also motivated by the motivation that and the determination and dedication that you showed throughout the whole session. And my last message to you is, now that we have been empowered, now that we have been trained, please go ye therefore. Start businesses, grow businesses. Maybe starting in Gwanda, expanding to much south, expanding to the whole nation, expanding even internationally.
Those were highlights of a workshop on Women Entrepreneurship Development Program, which was recently held in Gwanda, Matabeleland South Province. In our next episode, we trek upwards to Victoria Falls for a program where traditional leaders from the Matabeleland North Province were being trained for the sustainable business development in their communities. Until then, pleasant viewing.